Okay, very quickly. I'm sitting in Dorsey High School in Mr. Irvin Davis's his office. It's his classroom, and the room is his office, quite literally. And um, I'm subbing for him today. He's out with his students, and they're visiting the 6th Street Bridge, the newly constructed, completed 6th Street Bridge. All right. I'm in the right place. I made a good decision. There was a decision to look elsewhere for an opportunity, but this is where the opportunity lies. Many connections. There are many connections right here to Dorsey High School. I was a summer school student at Dorsey High School. I have my memories. I have my stories about that time. But that's my personal connection to Dorsey High School. 2 summers, I believe. I went to summer school here. I think it was 2 summers. I could be wrong. I definitely came here for at least one. Anyhow, my sister was a student here. My sister graduated from Dorsey High School. And my brother-in-law, my sister's husband, my brother-in-law is also a Dorsey High School graduate. So many connections to Dorsey High School. I thought of making this video not only to discuss or to bring to light or shed light on the fact that I have many connections to where I am right now, right here, but it's also because I'm happy to be here. I'm happy to be right here because so many things are going on. I'm wearing the Howard University sweatshirt. This is paying homage. The red, gold, and green. This is paying homage to so many things. I won't get into everything. I'll just say this. When the day began over the loudspeaker, I heard someone say, I don't know who it was who was speaking, whose voice it was, but he said, welcome in Black History Month. This is the first day of Black History Month, 2023, right? Black History Month, right? Howard University, red, gold, and green. Green, gold, and red, but red, gold, and green has a particular ring to it. I heard him say Carter G. Woodson's name, the ancestor's name, Carter G. Woodson, and much respect to his legacy, much respect to Mr. Dr. Carter G. Woodson. But then there was also the mention of Dr. Ivan Van Sertima. Woo! The reason why I'm making this video is because of that name. When I heard that name uttered over the loudspeaker, I'm like, yes, okay. Everything was very much in line because, well, I'll tell you, as I look around Mr. Davis's office, I see reflections of historic figures, of historic events, all of which have shaped who I am. I see the Los Angeles riots or the rebellion. I see Dorsey High School. I see Baldwin Hills and Baldwin, yes. I see reflections of my hometown, my home school, events that occurred that changed my life, that I lived through. I see mentions of great men, all right, of a particular tradition, great men of a particular tradition. I think I saw, who is it? I see representations of financial principles, and so my life's journey and everywhere that I have gone and everything that I've done, I see reflections of it right here in this classroom. This is just one one classroom, one room, one office, but the ideas that I see represented on these walls are expansive. So I'm happy to be here. I see a reflection of myself, of where I am today. I wasn't always here, you know. I didn't have the education in finance. I didn't have the world view, the historic perspective that I have today. And that's another reason why I wanted to make this video. In particular, I want to talk about Dr. Ivan van Sertima. I remember when I was in South Korea, it was around 2011 or 2012, and I was very curious about history, about humanity, and where we, how far we go back and what our history is. So from an anthropological, sociological, genealogical, you know, history or perspective, I wanted to know more about humanity. And I found videos by Dr. Ben, not Dr. Ben Carson, but Dr. Ben, Dr. Johachanan Ben, Dr. Ben, videos by Dr. Henry Louis Gates Jr., Dr. Sheikh Anta Diop, who else? I think those are the names. But it was Dr. Ivan van Sertima whose video, whose voice, and whose I don't know, proclamations, the statements he made were so powerful, and they resonated so deeply with me. I said, I appreciate and love what he's saying, but I have doubts about what he's saying. This is where I was. I was in that place thinking that was my perspective, that was my opinion. Like, I don't know if I can trust this black man and what he's saying. That's where I was coming from, because I had never heard it come from. I had never heard the perspective and the historic, facts and information that he was presenting. I never heard it from a white source. Think about that. I never heard it from a white source, a white man, a white woman in the field. And because of that, the world I knew was always white. If anyone smart had something to say, they were a white person, and they gave you the information, and that was it. It was a white source. So what I was getting from Dr. Ivan van Sertima was a very nourishing, a very helpful, a very foundational information. Foundation meaning it was building the foundation upon which everything else could be understood. But you see, the foundation hadn't been constructed based upon what I was getting from white sources. Everything was I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. It was just white man said this, white man said that, follow this white man, go to this white man, and no. But what Dr. Ivan van Sertima did is he said, no, the source is black. All things are black. Everything is black, okay? And then he broke it down so much so to say we all come from blackness, okay? Now, but here's the thing, because I had been accustomed to, acculturated, and I had accepted that the power structure was based upon whiteness, I could not trust. I could not put I could not put my trust in what this black man said, because I had strong doubts. I said, but he's black. And I wondered, is he just telling me these things because he wants me to feel good about myself? Is he trying to pacify me? Is he trying to pander to me, to maintain his position? No, not at all. He was just presenting the science. So it took a long time. I listened to Dr. Ivan van Sertima. I listened to it, watched his videos over and over again, and I was fascinated by what he was saying. I just couldn't put enough stock. I couldn't put enough stock in what he was saying until the white power structure validated what Dr. Ivan Van Sertima was saying. Yeah, I had to find the white power structure. I had to find somebody white who was saying exactly what Dr. Ivan Van Sertima was saying. And I mean to tell you, I was getting the information from everywhere, from hip hop, from KRS-One, BDP, A Tribe Called Quest, Razkaz, Wu-Tang Clan. I was getting it, Ice Cube. I was getting this information, but I had no way of. I always saw it as, we're from the underclass and we're trying to overcome. I didn't see it as like we are the root, we are the center, we are the alpha and the omega. We were here, we will always be here. I didn't understand these ideas. I thought these were just ideas to pacify me. So there was a white scholar who said something. It was there was a genealogical study funded by National Geographic that was conducted and presented by Dr. Spencer Wells. Dr. Spencer Wells' video on what is it? The Human Story? Something. It's on YouTube, and you can watch it. The Origin of Man or something like this. Dr. Spencer Wells is a California University professor, doctor, graduate, from Stanford, right? By California University, I mean in California, because I'm from California, right? So here is this white man from California, from Stanford University, who is just basically saying everything that Dr. Ivan Van Sertima stated. After that, I was like, I got it. It's been validated, and I felt shameful that I doubted what these great men, these great black men, these great men of color were saying. I doubted it because of the way things seemed. So that's my personal journey and my personal evolution, right? It didn't matter. Public Enemy, Chuck D. It didn't matter that Public Enemy presented this information. It didn't matter that KRS-One has been talking about all of this since probably the 70s, but I became aware of it since the 80s. It didn't matter that Razkaz talked about Dr. Ishaka Musa Barashenko influencing his information. I had never heard Razkaz's song, The Nature of the Threat, until 2016, maybe. I had never heard that song. So it's an evolution of my consciousness, but and it's a matter of my life searching for the truth. And when I found that truth, then I knew I was on the right path. And I know I'm on the right path walking into Mr. Davis's office, because I see a reflection of everything that is true right here. And it all started from the first day of Black History Month, Dorsey High School, and over the loudspeaker, I heard Dr. Ivan Van Sertima's name. All right. Happy February. Peace and blessings. Like Diggable Planets say, it's good to be here. All right. I'm going to get back to listening to the Nipsey Hussle interviews that I was listening to before. Big Boy and Nipsey, or rather Ermias. Let me go tap in. I'm going to go tap in with Ermias. You guys have a blessed day. Peace and blessings. Out.